I feel blessed to have our relationship. When I was working in a professional capacity at EOPSS, I felt completely alone, completely lost, and there was no one that understood me except you.
Right.
So I was able to really check in with you, and you were able to give me feedback, and I appreciate that. So I want to say that before I get into any questions.
No, without question. I feel the same way, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we bounced it off each other. I think we needed that. You know what I'm saying? I was new. So, you know, I mean, you know how uncomfortability can be sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Seeing a familiar face, you know how that works. And that's kind of what happened for me when I met you. Because you got to remember, we met the day before I started.
Oh, that's right too. We was at the
Park 54.
That's right too.
So we met the day before I started, and then, you know, I learned who you were, and you learned who I was. You actually knew who I was, you just didn't know me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Rest in peace, little daddy.
yeah, without question.
Man.
Without question. My guy, man.
So what's your connection to Boston? So for people that don't know, what is your connection to this city?
In all honesty, man, as a young person,
Born and raised?
yes, as a young person, I feel like at some point or another, I brought some destruction to the city because of what I was involved in. You know, after going and doing some time and coming back and growing up, learning that my purpose was a lot different, I started to move that way. Boston is a great city with a lot of great people. My connection to Boston is I've grown here, so I've grown to get to know the people, the places, numerous different relationships that have helped me grow, move forward, and a lot of the times that I probably didn't think I was going to be able to, just based on stuff that was going on. I can honestly say that all of that support came from Boston.
So we were talking earlier about fashion. I was talking to Toot and Joe about like there's just this culture of fashion.
Right.
So for you, like I've always seen you always fly, you always have a dope ride or whatever. Where did that come from?
In all honesty, man, so it's crazy because I went to school in Lexington, Mass, man. I got a good education. My family sent me out. They didn't want me to be in the city going to school. So I come from a very good home. I always let people know that I didn't have a dad in the house, but I had two uncles. But I always let people know that I came from a very stable home because that's the first thing people think,
Right.
is that you didn't come from a stable home. So I always give my mom, my aunt, my grandmother, two uncles and grandfather all the respect, you know, because I was the only child and they pulled me up. Now, because they felt like keeping me in the house was the shelter that I needed, it kind of backfired because now I wanted to know what was out there that y'all wouldn't let me go see.
Right.
And, you know, without going too far in the story, once I got out there, you know, it became the hustle, the bustle. You know, I always loved cars. My uncle was a race car driver. He drove race cars. He used to bring me to the racetrack as a kid. I was always in the cars. So that was definitely going to be one of the things that I did. And a lot of people don't know, my mom was a model.
Okay.
When I was a kid. And she used to take me to, you know, some of her shows and let me walk with her. You know, she used to sew. She used to, you know, dress me in clothes that she made herself.
Yeah.
You know, like, so fashion was actually a part of my life. I also have a clothing line, Honcho Jack. You know what I mean? Yeah. Honcho Jack Clothing Company. It's on Instagram, you know, at Honcho Jack.
What are you selling?
2400. I sell it, man, when people ask for it.
But
I have it.
Yeah, well, I want something.
I got you.
Yeah, I want something.
I got you.
I'll definitely.
You know, I mean, and that's even been a process. You know, it's not the company's not where I want it to be, but my audience is there.
Right.
So I know what I'm capable of, and I'm working on some things with production right now. I took a year off just to work on the things with production because I feel like I needed to get, I'm very big on material because I'm a person who likes nice shit.
Right.
So I'm very big on material, so I don't want to sell anything that I'm not going to buy. I don't want to sell you something that I'm not going to wear. That's my mentality. So it took me a year to, say for instance, chill off my business just to rebuild it. Then I think that was the right thing to do, so that's what I did. So starting in like January, you'll see the transition, you'll see the difference.
I'll be purchasing.
And I have it, yeah, I'll definitely, my handle on Instagram is DJack2400.
Okay.
Last 4 numbers of my phone number. People that know me know that, you know. And yeah, man, Honcho Jack Clothing Company is on Instagram. And, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, D,
yeah, I want to ask you another question.
Okay.
So
Let's go.
we were talking earlier, and guys were saying, Donald and Joseph were talking about how back in the day, there were certain people that could go anywhere in the city, and then there were people that couldn't even leave their hallway.
Right.
So did you see that in your community? What were you? Did you stay in your community? Not saying you couldn't.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Wonderful.
Oh, shit.
It's felt like
Good to see you.
home again.
Thank you.
Great to meet you.
You as well.
Yeah.
You as well.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
I'll fill out the survey.
All right.
I put it in my lunchbox.
Thank you.
So it's funny, D,
Thank you guys for whatever it is.
and I don't want to sound immature. I've always been a hustler.
Yeah.
In the hustler's mind, I don't got no beef.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? My mentality when I was in the street was to be cool with 3 people on every block. So I could
Move what you
get
need
money
to move.
with them.
Right,
you understand what I'm saying? And it worked.
Right.
I come from a neighborhood that is highly gang involved, which I will say that happened not necessarily because of my absence, but in my absence. I went to prison for 10 years. I came home, and all these little kids are shooting people now. So because I already had relationships before that, and within my prison time and different things, people have always known me as an individual that just hustled. I wasn't about no violence. I didn't see any gain in hurting anybody or anything like that. So I was always able to move the whole city, even to this day. I can go in any hood. I have relationships with people everywhere. You know, if somebody feels like they have an issue with me, 9 times out of 10, they're starting trouble. Because I don't bother nobody.
Right.
I mind my business and I do me. I step on nobody's toes and none of that. I never have. You know what I'm saying? So I've always had the availability of being able to move the city without an issue. And mind you, even though I'm from a block that has some likes and some frowns,
Right.
people have always given me a certain type of respect that most likely I've given them first.
Hello, you bro.
Man, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow.
Yeah, send my regards. So I have another question. Well, not even a question, more of a comment. So from my perspective, and you probably won't ever be able to hear this anywhere else, I watched you have probably one of the greatest impacts I was able to see as a credible messenger.
Right.
The connections that you were able to make with people behind the wall,
Right.
specifically in Shirley Max,
Yeah.
it had such an impact. And I know, like, when you left that work, that was the hardest part.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you specifically about the idea of people from our community going into those prisons and trying to find a way to help people in that journey,
Yes.
regardless of the housing.
Right.
Do you believe in that concept of, like, nobody but us can really start that process for people that have kind of lost faith in these systems?
So I 100% believe in the Credible Messenger program. Let me say that first. I believe that program was a phenomenal, or is a phenomenal program, because I understand it's under new leadership now. I believe there's space for everybody, but you have to know your role. We are the front runners of that situation because we are the relators. We relate to those people that are inside because we understand that, we've been part of that. Anybody who doesn't believe that to be true is obviously practicing a different direction, because that's common sense. You want to send people in that people relate to. Now, I'll just revert back to what I said about my relationships and moving the city. That was part of it.
Right.
Because I was able to go into the prison, and everybody that knew me, that knew I did the prison time,
Right.
kept it solid, was a solid dude on the street, and now I'm genuinely coming in here trying to help some dudes get better.
Right.
My reason for that, bro, had a lot to do with my release after doing my 10 years. Because when they let me out, I was going to college with the Partakers program. I was doing a lot of programs. I was in my right mind. I got out. They sent me somewhere in Quincy, and they had absolutely nothing to offer me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I wanna add that I could tell that work was passionate to you.
Yes,
when
very much.
After you left it, and you were still supporting people that you had made relationships.
Well, that because I think that's important, bro. Like at the end of the day, I've been through that shit, bro. I'm not gonna sit
There's
here.
a lot of people though. The minute the check stops,
Yeah.
they're gonna stop the work.
Right.
And they wouldn't be wrong.
They wouldn't be.
But my point is, you didn't.
Well, I wasn't raised that way. My mom is a person that would hand out whatever. So I came from that mentality. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when I hustled, when money was coming in like that, why wouldn't I help this man out if he needed $100 or why wouldn't I?
So you learned that was ingrained.
Yeah, because I have it, and he might obviously need it more than me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how my mom raised me. It was kind of like, all right, I'm cooking. My neighbor's window is right here. She said, yo, call over there, ask them they want to eat. You got all them clothes you're getting rid of, call over there and see if they need them. So I came up with that. You know what I'm saying? I never came up with a violent mentality because I just always felt like it didn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I can punch a motherfucker in the face, but I can do that after he threatens me, not before he threatens me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? There's no point in that to me. So, yeah, bro, I mean, right now I'm a behavioral health mentor for Brigham and Women's Hospital. I've been doing that for a while, and I'm an on-call advocate also. I respond to shootings and stabbings at the hospital. I help families and, the victims' families, the opposite families. I help everybody and try to get them what they need to make their situation a little better. It's just important. Somebody has to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
So this event, last question, this event, this is our first annual Boston Break Bread invitation.
Yeah.
Like I said, me and Toot really came together and was like, yo, how do we do something on some twist and Toot time?
Yeah.
Creating a space in the hood where people can talk directly.
Right.
Without, all of the work and all of that crazy stuff.
Well, I think it's necessary. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, no, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, how important is it that we start investing our dollars? Because we didn't come here for free.
Right.
We did business with this establishment because we want to put our money where our mouth is.
Absolutely.
So to your point, and like right now, how is it important that we start moving everything forward together?
I mean, I've always believed in that, man, but my biggest hang up sometimes is there's always somebody that, man, breaks that chain in a way. I hate that, man. I feel like right now, in our city, we're struggling to be better than each other, and it's helping us fail. And that's my honest opinion. Like, everybody's trying to outdo everybody. We do need to learn how to come together because we're going to get the respect we deserve when we learn how to unitize and come together and do things as a unit. We know that from prison.
Right.
They'll lock us all up if we all got together because they know how dangerous those minds can be. And at the same time, it can be dangerous in a violent way. But I'm speaking from this perspective.
Right.
From a unity perspective, nobody really wants to see that from us, brother, because we're gonna succeed.
Well, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna, and I'm, you know me, D. I'm down with whatever that's gonna make something better, man.
Well, I said to everybody, like all of us were locked up, and we dreamed one day that we'd be free and thriving, and we all accomplished that. So now, we gotta dream bigger.
I'm with it.
We gotta dream bigger. So I just want, if anyone wants to get a hold of you, what's the best way?
Well, I mean,
online, I got not your number.
I mean, not my number, but my email is danaj656@gmail.com. I'll give that out. Also, I have the Honcho Jack, Honcho Jack 2400. It's my clothing line. You can tap in with me through that. And Yeah, I'm around the city. I'm not hiding.
Yeah.
So you might see me outside somewhere. Who knows?
And my littles are older now, so I'm gonna
Right.
be outside
Yeah.
a little more. You'll see us around.
And I let me just say this. I always encourage young brothers that I meet. Bro, remember my face. I got glasses. I might forget you. But if you see me,
Right.
say what's up.
So what's up?
Remind me of where I met you, or remind me who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do that because it's important.
It is.
You know, I love building young people, so it's important.